the little bit I know of him, he used to work at CNN. People would talk about his time at CNN and who he was and how he operated. And it was not the person that you see now, but maybe he's evolved, but I think a lot of it's an act. I think a lot of it's an act on the right from a bunch of people.
So Tucker Carlson calls you Don Lemon.
Yeah.
It's like Kamala.
Yeah.
Why does he call you Don Lemon? I'm here with Don Lemon.
For that reason.
You think it's just a bullying thing?
Yeah.
Or does he know that you're Don Lemon? Or he just, because it's kind of impressive.
Of course he knows my name. I mean, it could be, I think he's doing it just for fun. I think he's doing it sort of, obviously to make fun of me. And maybe, I'm a gay man. Maybe he's saying that I'm flamboyant or something. So I'm Don Lemon. Or I'm fancy.
It's like the AI-generated photos of congressmen in drag.
Yeah. But let me tell you, look, people, none of it bothers me. When people do homophobic things or they call me you're gay. I'm like, is that an insult? Because I am gay. I don't care.
Wait, so you think the Don Lemon thing is kind of a homophobic?
I don't know. It could be. It could be like he thinks I'm fancy. But look, I'm not.
Why is Lemon fancier than lemon?
Well, come on. Say lemon.
Lemon?
Yeah. Matt Friand.
Lemon sounds like an expensive water, like a Voss.
Exactly. So I said fancy. Did you hear me? I said fancy.
The first time he called you Don Lemon, the first time Tucker Carlson called you Don Lemon, did you want to correct him?
I didn't know when the first time he called me Don Lemon. I had because I didn't pay attention to it. Sometimes it would be on in my office, but I had no idea. I didn't really care. I didn't care. He talked about me a lot, apparently. The only thing, there was only one thing that kind of bothered me, and then I got over it, is that he showed people where I lived. He put my house on television. And that was not cool. And he was like, he lives in the Hamptons or whatever. And I'm like, I don't have half of the money that you do. Like, that's being so hypocritical.
Well, look, the worst that could happen is a simple tour. As Tucker
it was during the time people were making death threats.
Well, as Tucker would say, even if it's a death threat or an insurrection, it's really just a tour with great people.
Yeah.
So, why
are we talking so much about Tucker Carlson?
I don't know. We're getting into it. I had a question, but I got lost in your ankle.
We did actually leave the networks on the same day.
That was really wild.
Crazy coincidence, right?
Did you and Tucker ever
I don't
talk?
know if it was a coincidence.
You talked to Tucker after that happened?
Sure.
What'd you talk about?
Like our next vacation together, where we were gonna go, how he was gonna get away without telling his wife.
Yeah.
Okay. No, we talked about. It was someone said you guys should. Speak, and then I forget who it was, and then someone said Tucker wanted to get me on his show.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, and on X, and someone hooked us up, and I had his email at Fox. A long time ago we used to email each other, but I no longer had the CNN email.
I love Roger Ailes at foxnews.com.
I don't remember what it was.
Okay. GiveMeATwirl.com.
And so we talked, he said, I'd love for you to come on my show and, I'll be fair on his show.
Oh, God, just
I'll be fair. And I said, well, I'm not really doing anything right now, Tucker. I'm going to take the summer off.
Yeah.
And then when I went to, when I signed with X to do the partnership deal, we communicated then. He was like, welcome. I think he said, welcome to the streaming world. And, it's going to change you, blah, 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 blah. And that was about it. I mean, he was very collegial. It wasn't, anything negative or mean.
So here's what's amazing about you.
Unlike what he said on the air.
Yeah. What's so admirable about you and why I've looked up to you for a long time, and I think what the work you've done is so important and impressive, and I'm grateful on behalf of our democracy for everything that you have done. But there's this idea of when you go low, they go high, but you've never really, people have come at you, like you've said. They've called you Don Lemon, they've called you nicknames, but you've always had such a way of just doing your job at such an excellent level. How, for people that are, in positions like I'm a comedian, or if you're just kind of putting yourself out there, how can people be more like you and kind of rise above the norm?
Oh, wow. Well, I think that also with age comes wisdom, I believe.
Yeah.
I faced a lot of adversity in my life. I know people used to think I was 20 years old when I was 40 or 45 years old.
I'm shocked, by the way, about that. How old are you again?
I can't tell you.
Come on.
58.
50. You know what they say, Jew don't crack.
So,
right?
So people would think I was young and that I was, this diversity hire and,
Me too.
affirmative action hire, whatever. They would always say that, and they had no idea how long I had worked to get to where I was.
Yes.
So I'd gone through a lot of adversity, and I just let things.